Let's see the review of DotOS 5.0.1 on Poco X2. This update is of 16 April. The ROM gives a similar feel like MIUI. From now, I will make gaming reviews of ROM as well. If I include the gaming review in this video, the video will be too long. I will make a separate video on gaming review of this ROM. Tell me in comment section, should I include the gaming review in full review videos or not? Now let's skip to the about phone. As you can see, Android version is Android 11 when you tap on it. As you can see, the DotOS version is 5.0.1. The Android version is Android 11. The executive is of 5 April and the build date is 16 April. As you can see, the experience is similar to MIUI. Let's see some customizations. In network and internet, in Geo, we get Volt, but Volt sign is not showing. It's working or not, I don't know, but the Volt sign is not showing. And down here you get Wi-Fi calling. In hotspot, you get Wi-Fi hotspot. In this you get the same options. In connected devices, in connection preferences, you get Bluetooth, cast, printing, file receivable Bluetooth, Chromebook, driving mode, nearby share, and Android Auto. In apps and notification, you get conversations. In notifications you get notification history and notification bubbles. And down here you get options like notification lock screen, and in advanced you get sensitive notification, hide silent notification on status bar, allow notification snoozing, suggested actions and replies, notification dot on app icon, blink light, default notification sound, and do not disturb mode. In apps and notifications you get conversations, notifications, assistant, that is Google Assistant, screen time, default tab, burst manager, wireless emergency alert, and special app access. And the main customizations, that is the customization tab. Here you get many customizations. As you can see, the interface is different. First you get wallpaper, and this you can choose the wallpaper, but there is bug. As you can see, it is stuttering, but you can access the wallpaper by just long pressing home button and wallpapers. As you can see, you can access it from here, and you get wallpapers like .os wallpaper, Lineage OS, and other ROMs, and .art. As you can see, and there are many wallpapers. Then you get AOD and lock screen. In this tab, you can choose the lock screen clock, as you can see, and you get many options. As you can see, we get many options to choose the lock screen clock. And down here, as you can see in options, it shows always on display feature control not supported. In status bar, you can choose the battery styles. As you can see, portrait, circle, filled, etc. Then you get show percentage and percentage on quick settings. And clock customizations, you get show clock, clock position, show seconds, and AM/PM style. And in date, you get show date. When you click on it, as you can see, the date is shown, but it is in the small font, so just slide it. And as you can see, you can choose the date option and you can disable it. In traffic indicator, you can enable or disable it, and you can choose the net activity. As you can see, in battery light you can enable the battery light or disable it, and you can choose the option of enable battery light in do not disturb mode. Then you get light blinking on low battery color when battery is charged, LED color, you can choose the LED colors. And in quick settings, you get data usage. As you can see, you can enable or disable it. Then you get tile title. Then you get option of tile accent, that is the 10QS tile with accent color. You can enable or disable it. Then you can choose the rows and columns in portrait and landscape mode. The UI is very different. In themes you can choose the accent color, light theme, dark theme. Then you get smart accent picker, reset custom accents, disable notification transparency, disable QS panel transparency, disable setting card. And down here you can choose the font, icon pack, and icon shape. And you get many fonts. As you can see, in system you get gestures. In gestures you get hold power button for torch, control brightness with status bar, then double tap to sleep and double tap to sleep on lock screen. Then you get double tap to open ambient display, 3-finger screenshot, volume panel on left, and nav RPL. In security you get pocket mode, and in miscellaneous you get lock screen media cover art. And down here you get option of launcher grid. As you can see, you can choose the grid size. Here you get option of setting. In this you get enable balloons, RGB battery light, and enable dot stats. that is allow .os to collect the data of version, device, country, etc. In battery, you get the stats, and down here you get battery saver. In this you can set a schedule and turn off when charged. Then you get adaptive battery, and battery level is pretty good. I got around 7 to 8 hours screen on time. In display, you get brightness level, adaptive brightness, dark theme, night light. In styles wallpaper, you can choose the wallpaper, and in grid you can choose the grid size. Then you get auto rotate screen, but here you don't get option of auto rotate screen for 0 degrees, 90 degrees, etc. In colors you get natural, boosted, and adaptive. Then in lock screen you get notification lock screen, and text unlock screen, show lockdown option, and wake screen for notification. Then you get display cutout. In this you get option like device cutout, corner cutout, double hole cutout, tall cutout, and waterfall cutout. Then you get device specific settings. In this you can choose the refresh rate, automatic row refresh rate, and battery saver refresh rate. You can also choose the 30 Hz. Then you get pill style notch. In ambient display, when you turn it on, you get wake up gesture, pick up gesture, hand wave, and pocket gesture. In theming we get accent color, font type, and icon shape. In sound, you can choose the media sounds. Then you get vibrate for calls, media, and down here you get live caption. When you turn it on, you get language, high profanity, show sound label, live caption is volume control, and caption calls. Let's turn it off. If the live caption is on, it will use more battery. Then you get MI sound and answer. When you turn it on, you can choose the headphone type and a preset. And here you also get the option of enable hi-fi, that is decrease the noise and distortion and increase the audio quality. And the last, you get clear speaker, that is it will play a 30-second audio to clear speaker. In storage, you get storage manager. In this you get option of remove photos and videos over 30 days, 90 days, or 60 days. In privacy, you get permission manager. In this you can allow or deny permission for certain apps. Then you get notification lock screen, device specific settings, app content, auto storage with Google, and etc. In location, you can allow or deny location for certain apps. In security, you get screen lock and fingerprint. You don't get an option for face unlock, even in smart lock. Understood. As you can see, there is no option for face unlock. In system, you get gestures, and this you get quickly open the camera. System navigation, and this you get gesture navigation 2 button and 3 button, and gesture is working fine. As you can see the home button, reset button, and back button. As you can see everything is working fine. Even the 2 button. As you can see the navbar comes, and the navbar also working fine. As you can see, and 3 button. As you can see everything is working super fine. Then you get prevent ringing and power menu. In this you get device control and sensitive content. And system you get status bar tuner. In this you can choose the options. Here you also get option of thermal profile. In this you get option like gaming, default benchmark, camera, dialer, and gaming. And for benchmark, that is Geekbench, I have chosen the benchmark. Now let's see the Geekbench score. The single core score is 526 and the multi-core score is 1585. Now let's see the camera DPI is enabled or not. And start. As you can see, it's enabled. Now let's see the safety net and the run test. Unfortunately, the safety net test is failed. The error is can't access Google services. So now just go to Play Store and download the Play services. As you can see, just install it. That is the Google services. And now when you check the safety net and the run test, as you can see, the safety net is passed. Now let's see the Play Store certification. In Play Store and settings, and down here, as you can see, the device is certified. In the recents, we get screenshot and select. For clear all, you have to go all the way back. And this you get a stock launcher with customizations like notification dot, at a glance, adapt to home screen, swipe it as a Google app, overview suggestions. In this you get suggestions in all app lists, suggestions on home screen and block tabs. Then you get allow home notification and about section. In this you get the stock camera, that is a stock MIUI camera, that is the ANX camera, and everything is working fine. Even the 64MP camera, as you can see, everything is working super fine. But of course you can install Gcam, which I have installed. As you can see, the volt sign is not showing. Now let's see the call is working or not. 198.
Welcome to Jio. मराठीसाठी एक दबा. To continue in English, press 2. हिंदी के लिए 3 दबाएं.
As you can see, the call is working super fine. And the ROM is extremely smooth. I didn't face any major bug. Thank you so much for watching. I'll meet you in the next one.
What just happened?